Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, the Gruppeteer, and we're back again with another Steven Universe vlog, and it's the first one of 2017. Oh boy, and I'm starting it off right with these bingo bridge grandma glasses. Ain't that just something? And Steven Universe is starting off with a little kick, too, because we have Steven's dream today. And in this episode, Steven's having dreams. It's all nice, as, young boys his age do. He usually wakes up crying from those dreams, because that was just a regular thing when I was a kid. Don't worry about it, but worry excessively. And when Greg asks what's the matter, he doesn't really know. He's seeing this weird sort of carriage thing in his dream that, if you remember, we saw back in the Answer episode. It was the thing that transported the diamonds from place to place. It was sort of like these tripods, or not tripods, quad pods, if you will, because they have 4 legs, I guess, little walking machines that we learn is called a palanquin or something, a padme. It's called a padme. And so Steven sees that in his dream, and when he tells the gems about it, the gems are like, don't worry about it. And so, of course, he worries about it. And he worries about it so much that him and the gems have some soap opera fight. And it's pretty weird, actually, but I'll get to that in a minute. So Steven goes outside, he's all sad, and Garnet says he can't go to this place, which of course he goes to that place, and it's in Korea. Obviously, they go to the least interesting Korea, the one in the south, and they don't meet Psy, so really no point in going there at all, but based on how advanced the weapons are and all the artillery that they find from the other gem world, maybe they go to the north, I don't know. They definitely, there's a lot of fences, maybe that's a North Korea thing. But they go and they see the Padme, and they see that Blue Diamond is there too. Blue Diamond is going to see what we can right now assume is the remains of Pink Diamond's ship, or her Padme, I guess. Maybe that's the. It seems to be that was the spot where Rose shattered her, but we don't really know that much yet. I mean, this is still the first episode of this new chain, so. Which I totally knew about 100%, and I'm not just cranking these things out because I just found out about it like 20 minutes ago. Why would you even guess that thing that has no context on which to be based on? Don't worry about it. And so when Greg tries to go and just sort of play it cool, it doesn't really work because Blue Diamond grabs him, goes into their giant arm ship, and then flies off into space. And now it looks like everybody's gonna go to space. Oh boy. So in a lot of cases, I would say, the let's go into space storyline doesn't really seem like the route that a show that is gonna survive too long takes, at least in the case of regular show. And let's just give it the benefit of the doubt, because Steven Universe is a science fiction show. That it will be all right in space. I mean, a lot of the stories are space battles and all that fun stuff, and I'm not that worried. Hopefully, that this is the last effort attempt. I know that Rebecca's and her team of writers pretty good, so I hope they don't mess that up. What they did, in my opinion, sort of mess up, is the fight at the beginning with Pearl and Garnet and Steven is a little awkward, I guess, is how I want to say it. It was a little forced. I'm not gonna say it was the best. It was just sort of weird. It wasn't like exactly the big drama moment, I guess. And obviously that was what they're going for. It was just a little weird. It seemed a little forced, but it was sort of over quick, and nobody was too out of character. Steven, I mean, he was a little more aggressive than we've seen him before, but that's nothing that wasn't warranted in this, in the certain scenario that he was put in. And it seems that every time I move my head, the lighting in this situation changes. I'll be back in the studio in a few days. I don't know when. I don't know when. I gotta crank out like 4 vlogs before I go back to the studio. But overall, obviously this episode is what I'd call a step ladder. Like the first step. This is setting up to a big story. Nothing too monumental happened except for, I guess, the starting action, the first domino to fall down, being Greg getting caught, and of course that's going to bring in all kinds of space battles and all kinds of epic space battles where hopefully, unlike Rogue One, nobody dies at the end. Oh, spoilers for that movie that, can't really have any spoilers because then it would mess up the canon of the actual Star Wars universe. But I digress. Overall, I thought it was alright as what it was, because what it is not an episode to be judged on itself. If you were to do that, it would make no sense. There'd be no reason for anything in the episode to happen, and you'd see the end and you'd be like, why the heck would they do that? It doesn't tie up. It's not supposed to tie up. It's supposed to be open-end because it's the opening, or the, like I said, the stepladder episode to the inevitable chain of episodes of the marathon that we're going to get after this. And I can only assume that stuff's going to get really real, really fast. And knowing how Steven Universe loves to just pace its drama, we're going to just be devastated, aren't we? Actually, you've probably already seen the episodes that I haven't seen yet, so you're going to see me in just a state of disarray in a few vlogs. So let's make that time a little bit shorter, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.